Okay, so now we're into Chapter 7, solving systems of equations by word problem. I'm just going to do a couple of the more specific types that we have. In this case, it says you have 50 tickets to ride the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster. You ride a total of 12 rides. If the Ferris wheel charges 3 tickets per ride and the roller coaster charges 5 tickets per ride, how many times did you ride each ride? Okay. The first thing you need to do is label an X and a Y. So here, because the Ferris wheel is the first one, I'm going to say X means Ferris wheel rides. And then I'm going to say that Y equals my roller coaster. Okay. Another thing you should notice in these problems is there's going to be, for the most part, 3 numbers that are similar. So in this case, we have 50 tickets, 3 tickets, 5 tickets. Those are going to make your first equation, where we're going to say 3x, because 3 with Ferris wheel, plus 5y, because y was my roller coaster, equals the total tickets there, which is 50. After you have that first equation, you should notice that there's only one other number here, that being 12 rides. That equation is always going to be x plus y equals 12, or whatever the total is. Once you have your system set up, you can choose either substitution or elimination. I typically choose elimination because it's pretty easy. I'm going to multiply this one by -3, so my x's cancel out. Okay, that gives me 3x plus 5y equals 50, our top equation. -3x minus 3y equals -36. That's our adjusted bottom. We see our opposites here. Those cancel out. We add down, we get 2y equals 14. Divide by 2, and you get y equals 7. Well, if you remember, we let y be our roller coaster, so that means we have 7 roller coaster rides. Okay, and just like any other problem, I'm now going to take that 7, I'm going to plug it into the simpler equation, so I'm going to have x plus 7 equals 12. Subtract 7 to both sides. X equals 5. We let x represent our Ferris wheel, so that means we have 5 Ferris wheel rides, and we have 7 roller coaster rides. All right, so then we move on to number 8. Again, you should see some sort of pattern here where 3 numbers are going to be similar and 1 number is going to stand out. So I already see dollars, dollars, and dollars. All right. So the first one I see is new releases. So I'm going to say x equals new releases. I'm going to say y equals regular movies. Now I just set up my equation just like we did before. I'm going to have 4x plus 3y equals 16. The only other number that I have is to rent 5 movies. I know it looks a little weird because it says 5, it doesn't say the number 5. That's going to be our next equation, where we have x plus y equals 5. Just like we did in the last problem, we're going to go ahead and multiply bottom equation. I'm going to get rid of, let's multiply by -4 here to stay consistent. Okay, this gives me 4x plus 3y equals 16. -4x minus 4y equals -20. We've created our opposites. Those ones cancel. -1y equals -4. So that tells me that y equals 4, which represented regular movies, so 4 regular movies. Now we're going to go ahead and substitute. I know that x plus 4 equals 5. Subtract 4 to both sides. X equals 1 new release. And last but not least, this problem here at the end. You're selling tickets for a high school play. Student tickets cost 4. General admission costs 6. You sell 525 tickets. You have collected $2,500. Again, hopefully you're seeing we have money, we have money. There's our first equation. First, again, I'm going to label X equals student tickets, which means Y equals general admin tickets. Our first equation is going to be 4x plus 6y equals 2,500. Our second equation with what's left of 525 is going to be x plus y equals 525. And then, just like the other ones, we're going to go ahead and multiply these. Bottom one by negative 4. 4x plus 6y equals 2,500. Negative 4x minus 4y equals 2,100, but negative 2,100. Add down, cancel. 2y equals 400. So y would equal 200. We'd get that by dividing both sides by 2. Y meant general admission, so I know this means gen admin ticks. I'm going to now take that 200, plug it into x plus 200 equals 525 minus 200 to both sides. You get x equals 325 student tickets. And that's the common types of word problems involving systems you're going to have. You could also have done substitution to solve them, but typically elimination is the easiest way.